I can't believe how easy that was. I wish all of my craft projects were that simple. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Melanie from Simple Made Pretty, where I share budget home decor ideas, Dollar Tree DIYs, and in today's video I am sharing how to make a super simple and affordable large pin board by repurposing an old wall art frame and some quilt batting and even some curtains or an old blanket that you might have lying around. So if you're like me and you love being organized and you love DIY projects that are both functional and stylish, let's get started with this fun project. So before we get started, let me explain quickly what a pin board actually is. A pin board is sort of like a cork board. It's essentially a board that you can stick things to using push pins, thumbtacks, or even decorative sewing pins. It's a great way to organize photos, notes, reminders, to-do list, or even inspiration boards for creative projects. Now, I'm planning on using my pin board in my home office in my craft room because I just replaced our blackout curtains over here with some smart blinds, and I shared that in a recent video. And so I had these blackout curtains that I was like, oh, what am I going to do with these curtains? And I also have several large wooden wall art frames that my husband built several years ago that I tend to turn into something and then I repurpose it again for another use. So this is essentially repurposing those. And when I replaced the curtains in my craft room, I decided to move my LED sign that was above my desk. And now I'm left with a blank wall above my desk and my monitor where my computer sits. And I thought, how lovely would it be to have a pin board up there where I can use as my vision board, because I love making vision boards. Every year it inspires me and motivates me to reach for my goals. So that is the plan for this project. So here is the large frame I'm going to be using. It's too big to show in the entire photo, but I have used this before in other projects, Dollar Tree DIYs. I've taken Dollar Tree pegboards and attached to this and created a faux living wall, and that was in our living room for a couple years. It was really cool. And typically what I like to do with these is I usually make them double-sided, but for whatever reason I didn't do that with this one. It's really similar. And this one I do have is double-sided. It's reversed right now, so let me flip it. So together they built a life they love. And I used to have a Christmas decal, and I made that decal with my Cricut machine on the back side. But that is one way, if you have a small house and you don't have a place to store seasonal artwork, but you love having the seasonal artwork out, you can just choose artwork frames that are double-sided that you can just flip occasionally. These are the curtains that were in my craft room. They're actually from IKEA and they are blackout curtains. I'm going to try to attach them in a way that if I wanted to take it apart and use it again later as curtains, that is my goal. So we'll see how that goes. And the other thing I'm using is batting. Now I have this huge roll of batting. Funny story about this is that I went and visited my mom. She lives in Virginia. That's where I'm from. We live in Florida, if you don't follow me and know this already. So we went and visited her this past winter, and she had this huge roll of batting in her bedroom. And I was like, what are you doing with that? Well, it turns out she had made this huge padded headboard. I was like so impressed. It looked good. But she had this extra batting that she held on to for like 20 some years because she actually worked at Joann Fabrics. After she retired working for the government, she worked there. And so she has all this fabric and all these like, Joann Fabrics type of materials. And sadly, Joann Fabrics is going out of business. So if you have a store near you, I know right now they're currently having a lot of sales, they're closing sales, and it's just so sad because, you know, I have those memories of my mom, and she still has like bins of fabric that she scored on a discount when she worked there. So anyway, so I have this huge thing of batting, which I was like, I could use this for something. I could use it to make pillows. I could use it to make quilts. And I'm going to use it today to make this pin board. The other thing you're going to need is a staple gun. I just have this random one, although I do have one from Surebinder that I've used for years. I just grabbed this out of my tool workshop. Okay, so we're going to head over to the craft table, start making this pin board. I forgot to mention I have these Dollar Tree sewing pins. I mean, you can get them from anywhere really. Joann Fabrics is going out of business, so grab some from there. Now, I saw somebody where they took their pins for their pin boards and they spray painted them gold, and I thought that would be so pretty, but I'm just going to keep mine plain. So let's get everything set up over here. So this is the back side of my frame. You can use any piece of artwork that you have, like even a canvas piece of artwork painted on the front. And then as long as it's got this wood frame, you can just put the batting over top of the artwork. I mean, if it's a large, and you can even go to thrift stores to find this deal. I'm doing this project trying to make it totally free. So again, if you have any piece of artwork that's painted canvas, you can do this project. Very easy and affordable. So I'm just going to roll out this huge thing of batting over top of my frame. And I'm going to try to make it pretty thick to fit inside of the frame. And then we're going to cut it. Actually have so much of this batting left over. If you want to see any other projects using this batting, just let me know in the comments, because I don't mind making another video. All right, the dogs are in here with me. They're going crazy. This is what I have going on so far. So I basically actually tripled this up, depending on how thick your batting is. You wanted to have it hang over the edge a little bit. So I'm just going to cut this off at the end here because it's a little bit too much. I don't want all that hanging off. And then we'll put the curtain on top, and then I'll show you how to attach it. Okay, so the curtain is actually really big on it. So I'm going to end up cutting it. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. If you have canvas drop cloth, that's another thing you could do. Like I could run to Home Depot and grab a $15 canvas drop cloth to use for this project, and that would look really pretty. We're probably just gonna have to steam out these wrinkles afterwards too, so I'm gonna cut that to fit. All right, it's cut to size, so I'm just gonna flip it over so that I can start stapling it to the back. So we're just gonna start with one end, because when you get to the other side, I'm probably gonna have to readjust the batting and like pull it really tight. So actually, I'm going to take this piece off. I'm going to just start stapling it to the frame. And these are the staples that I'm using. 5/16. So now that this side is done, let me just get this corner. Just gonna pull it really tight on this side. Super tight. And then we're gonna start in the middle. And then attach it there. And then pull it tight on this side too. And now I'm just going to do the ends. You just fold a little corner piece going to show you how I did the corner. I basically just took my thumb and pressed in and then folded it up like this so that it has a crease edge, and then pull it really tight and staple it. And then pull this side really tight. So it has a little edge like that. All right, guys, there's the finished back side. Let me flip it over so you can see how good it looks. Oh my gosh, it looks so nice. I can't wait to pin to it. All right, here it is above my desk. Don't be deceived, my desk isn't usually this clean. I stuck a few sewing pins in here in a little pattern. So I can't wait to start decorating it. I can put my vision board up here and I can look at it every single day. Right, here's my pin board that I've created so far. I basically just took some scrap paper from this book, and there's lots of little like sayings and quotes in here, and little tags and whatnot, and little pages that you could cut out. And so I basically just used the same pad to keep the aesthetics so it looked the same. It even had like this cool little grid paperwork so I could take notes and have that up there. And I just used, you know, some like colors, and I used some images that I already had on an old vision board and then just played around with it until I achieved the look that I was going for. And the cool thing is that I can change this out every season. So, you know, Christmas, if I wanted to have a Christmas look, I can put some Christmas cards stuck up there to make it look pretty. What do you guys think? I can't believe how easy that was. I wish all of my craft projects were that simple. By the way, if you were checking out my craft room organization, I want you to know that I have a craft room organization course. Check it out in my link in the description. I teach you how to create your dream craft room and clear the clutter for good. And it's specially focused for Cricut crafters. That was it for today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Bye!